Hey everyone, I'm Mike, and thanks for checking out the channel. A while back, I did a review of this guitar right here, the Donner DST-200 that I got from Temu for $79.95. Now, I did a glowing video on this guitar. I really loved it. Neck is comfortable, frets were great, and I felt like the pickups were okay. You know, it's a $79 guitar. So, as with I do in everything in life, I decided to mod this and upgrade it. So here it is right here in its full glory. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I did. And we're going to answer this question is, could this possibly compete with its bigger brother, the DST 550? You know, right now on Amazon, they're saying this is $179, but they offer sales all the time that get it down to around $100. So what I put into this guitar with what I paid put me right around that $260 mark of what the 550 is going for. So we're going to watch my intro here, and then you're going to see a little video where it's going to show the mods of exactly what I put in and what it cost. And the song that is playing is something that I recorded entirely on this guitar. I don't really do playthroughs because why do I need to mime myself playing something I pre-recorded? So listen to that track, check out my intro, and when we come back, we will talk about this guitar and if it's really worth it to upgrade it. All right, I'll see you after the intro.
Jesus Christ.
That's Mike's Musical Rehab.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that kind of little video where I played a song using this guitar and told what I put into it. And we're going to go over what we saw in that video and talk about, starting from the headstock down to what I put into this. So the first thing I added to it, like I add to all my guitars, I put locking tuners on this guitar. I'm really a fan of locking tuners, and that's not to say, like, people always say, oh, you got to have locking tuners. I just think it makes tuning easier. There are some great options that aren't locking tuners that are fantastic, and I think the tuners that were actually on this weren't bad. I just prefer, for the ease of string changes, having locking tuners on my guitar. So the second thing I did was change the nut out to a bone nut. And just something I always do with all my guitars, just give a little more stability to it. And then I treated the fretboard with Montepresso, which darkens the fretboard a little bit. I didn't have to do really any fretwork on this. These frets are great. They're not ball end frets, but they are super smooth. Like, you can't feel anything hitting your hand. And the neck is really nice and very fast playing. So I didn't feel any need to have to change this neck out. On a couple of my kick guitars that you've seen, I've changed the necks out to like roasted maple necks or just something faster. Felt this neck was great. So I know some people want to remove stuff so they don't have like the name on the guitar, but it's a Donner. I think they should. I'm pretty proud of this guitar. I think they make really, really nice stuff. So the big changes is what I did right here, and that was all in the pickguard. First, I got a single humbucker pickguard from Amazon because I am a single humbucker player. I love just having one pickup, one volume tone. I have a plethora of other guitars with multiple over there that just have 5-way selector switches and stuff like that. But I'm really a fan of the simplicity of one pickup, one volume tone. So, got this pickguard. I added new wiring into a huge, giant 500K pot, CTS pot. Got this gold knob that I put on top of here. Put really good wiring that I had purchased. Wired it to the output jack. And then the big thing was adding this pickup right here. Which, if you're a fan from the 80s or anything like that, this is the DiMarzio Super Distortion. And this pickup is fantastic. I love this pickup. It was the most expensive part of the upgrade. So let me give you a little bit of playing on here just for fun, just to see not the cleanest playing, but it gives you an idea of the tone on there. I think this guitar looks and feels great. Definitely added a whole new genre of heavy to this guitar with the Super Distortion. And you can get even nice little clean tones on this. Just kind of... Yeah, this feels really, really, really great. And I think everything I put into this is well worth it. I think it really made this a great playing guitar. And as you've seen in the video, it cost me about $267 total to have this guitar. The DST-550, which is the higher end version of this, comes in right around 260, 270. So you're really at the same price if you could get this guitar at the sale price, which it always seems to go on sale at different points. So you could get it from Amazon or Temu. But while I don't have the DST 550 and I may get it to compare to this, I was just looking at the specs and I wanted to compare what I really thought just looking at the specs by the numbers, by what's in each guitar, to tell which one would probably be a better bet. And here's what I'll say. This one, I believe the tuners are better than the DST 550. Because I know with these budget guitars, the kind of locking tuners they put on them, they're still nice, but they're kind of an off-brand tuner. So, to keep that cost around $260, they can't really be putting $40, $50 tuners on a guitar. Just would eat up the cost and make it a much more expensive guitar. Now, the neck. I'm going to say probably on the DST 550, it's probably a nicer neck. It's a roasted maple neck. It looks nice, but roasted maple doesn't always mean better. I've seen a lot of inexpensive roasted maple necks that a standard maple neck like this would crush, but I'm going to give, just for the sake of saying it, the neck to the DST 550. So, bodies I think are both poplar bodies, so I'm going to say probably not too much of a difference. But where I really think this guitar would outshine the DST 550 is definitely what's in this pickguard. I know the kind of pickups that come in those guitars, and they're nice. They're Alnico pickups. But they're still, if you go to Amazon, you can find a HSS, which is what the DST configuration is, for right around, with Alnico pickups, for right around $40. This pickup alone is $110. And the DiMarzio Super Distortion is just an insanely good pickup. So I truly believe with the new expensive wiring in this, and I know on these budget guitars, because I see it as much as I love my Leo James and love the Fesley stuff, they usually use smaller dime pots in them. And this is a full-size 500K CTS pot. So if you were playing out, this is going to hold up much better. And that the fact that it's all hand-wired by using the higher-end wire kit that I used, you're definitely going to get a better sound and a better a better tone from this guitar overall. It's really, really a metal machine when I wanted to, and it can clean up nicely because this is a great, great pickup. Now, someone would say, hey, but in the DST-550, you have a humbucker single single. What if you're a humbucker single single player? Well, this actually came with decent pickups. Probably not as nice on the humbucker from the original pickup on this as the DST-550, but that could leave that you could put this humbucker in that other pickguard and still keep it HSS, still have the 5-way selector switch. This was just my choice to put it as a single humbucker. It wouldn't have been any more or less expensive if I had done it in the original pickguard. It actually would have been a little less expensive because I would have saved on buying the $13 pickguard. But my final opinion, not being able to play the 550, and like I said, I may get it at some point. I don't know. I have a lot of guitars. It's hard to keep adding these and buying these. You know, I'm a smaller YouTube channel, so I don't get things sent to me. I just end up playing these things on my own and paying for them. So I don't want to go crazy and overboard on getting a whole bunch of gear. So maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't. But just from the raw numbers and watching other videos of that people have put out there about the 550, I would say, in my own personal opinion, this may be a better guitar. And that's not 100%. Like I said, I've got to try the 550, but for me personally, I think this would be a better guitar because the style of music that I play, this pickup that's in this guitar is way better than what you're going to get on the 550. So I just wanted to make this quick video, show you this update that I did to this guitar, show you the little how it like looks and feels and plays, talk about it a little bit because I know a lot of people are really interested in that 550. Definitely a beautiful, beautiful guitar. I love the look of that thing. Just looks classy. And just wanted to show you that there's an option out there with Donner also that you can do to make a nice guitar. And this is a great modding platform guitar. So Donner is one of those companies that's out there just crushing it. They really, really are. They're doing such a good job on these low budget kind of guitars at giving you the best bang for their buck. So yeah, I have to give Donner a thumbs up, and I just thought this was a great modding platform. You know, I do buy a lot of the kick guitars from Leo James and build those, but from the standpoint, if you don't want to paint a guitar, getting this guitar overall with the neck and the body and just its style, I think might even be a better option if you're not wanting to paint it, because I feel like the pickguard fits well into it. When you change the pickguard out, this one went right in, fit perfectly. So great little option. Wanted to show you the guitar that I upgraded, see what you could actually do with one of these guitars, and I'm curious if any of you have played any of the Donner stuff and what you think of it, because I think they're doing a great job. So as I always say, music makes life better. Thanks for checking out the channel. And if you're climbing up, reach down and pull someone up with you, because the world needs a lot more of that. So you guys, you have an amazing, amazing evening. I hope you're out there rocking out on your guitars, having a great summer. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.